Hi, everybody. It's Wisdom Wednesday. So, anyway, I just finished setting up to do readings. We'll let some people come in here and then we'll get some readings started. And Maddie should be in here any time, any moment. And it was a warm day here in Southern California, kind of like a pre summer like day. So, it's been really great. I hope your day has been wonderful. We're halfway through the week. And so that's always good. So we're going to be doing some readings. I'm going to be using tarot and also looking at 3-month reading or just general, any kind of question. So just post all your requests in the comments and Maddie and I will look for them. So Wisdom Wednesday today, we're going to give a lot of wisdom out. So say hi when you're in. I see there's a few people here. Say hello and please share the show. We get a lot of people in here and get some readings done. So anyway, what is exciting in your life? Let me know. I want to know good things. And we'll see what we're doing. Let's see. Let's go through the rules. In the description are the rules, live links for tips, and also the rules that are more or less no legal questions, no medical, including pregnancy questions. You must be 18 or older to get a reading. Please, when you post a comment and you have a request, don't put somebody's name in it. Put person of interest or an ex or a relative or something like that. And so don't put their name in. Otherwise, I won't put it up on the screen. Neither Maddie or I pick those out. So please post your requests so we can see what's going on, what people need. I would look at April, May, and June if you want a 3-month reading tonight. Also, just a general reading or anything like that. So I see some of you guys watching. So post your requests, and Maddie should be here any moment. Hi, Marianne. How are you? It's a good evening. It's nice and warm, and we had a lot of neat birds in the yard today. We had a blue jay, which I haven't seen in a decade, and all kinds of neat, fun birds. So everything's coming out, waking up, and for Southern California to be so cold and rainy was, one of those once in a while things. It just doesn't happen. So it's nice to have a warm day. Oh, great. I'm glad, Marianne. Okay, so people are here. Put your requests in so that when Maddie gets here, we're going to be selecting and going back and forth and doing readings. Hi, Sarah. You're new from the UK. Oh, okay, Sarah. Matty Tarot is going to be in here, and he does readings in a lot of different ways. He uses pendulum, dice, charms, little tiny kind of encouragement cards, all kinds of things, and tarot and oracle cards and all of that. I do straight tarot, and you just have to post a request in the comment area there of a general reading or a 3-month reading, or do you have a question? Just no health, no legal type of thing. And there he is. What a cool jacket.
Hello. Oh, thank you.
Hi. I'm going to turn up my volume. There we go. And hello for Wisdom Wednesdays.
Hello. How are you today?
Everything is nice and warm.
Yeah, it was a warm day today.
It was great. So I was explaining to Sarah, she's new from the UK, how we work. And
hi, Sarah. Welcome.
So all you have to do is put a request in. There we are. We're closer together.
There we are.
There we are. Wisdom Wednesday.
Yes.
I love when you do the little signs.
You know what? I was using the same board for every day, so I had to erase it every time. But I decided, I was like, why am I doing that? I should just buy more boards. So I have one for every day now, so I don't have to erase it. So I'll be putting it up every day.
And is that a little chalkboard or?
Yes.
Oh, after this show, you have to tell me where you got it and all that.
Oh, I could just say it's from the Dollar Tree.
Oh,
Love
okay.
Dollar Tree.
I do too. I'm obsessed, but not the one where it's closest to me. I go all the way up into the hills and into a valley, far, far away to go.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
fairy tale.
more stuff. Hi, Jesse, Una, Eve, hello. And yes, it's Wisdom Wednesday. Go ahead and put your requests in, you guys.
Yes, Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome, everybody.
Yep,
What
awesome.
what will you be using tonight, Debbie? Let me guess.
I told everybody I'm going to be doing tarot as usual and 3-month reading, April, May, and June, or just a general reading. I'm going to select Sarah first. So you can go ahead and tell everybody what you're going to do, and I'm going to grab her energy really fast.
Okay. So
I
tonight,
love Jesse says Dollar Tree is magical.
it is.
It
And
is.
if you really are into Dollar Tree, they have those YouTube videos of like, what are they? I don't even know what they're called, but they're like the people that go to Dollar Tree and make like luxury items out of all the stuff they bought at Dollar Tree. So if you're into like DIY, like home decor and stuff, you can actually make some pretty cool things from stuff at Dollar Tree. So yeah,
Oh, that's neat. I haven't seen those.
they're fun. Like I haven't done any of them, but I watch the videos sometimes and I'm like, I see the thing that's in the person's house and I'm like, you made that for things from Dollar Tree? Like what the heck?
I've got the best stuff. The best stuff. I love it. And I always need shipping bags for my books, of which I'm right editing. This one is going to be out soon, and I'm doing the final edits. So I always need the index cards, and I always need shipping bags, and they have ones that are like metallic. I
Oh,
love
nice.
it. Okay,
So
I'm
this
gonna work
evening,
on Sarah.
okay,
I'm sorry.
this evening I'm using the Angel. I always forget the name of this deck. Archangel Power Tarot. I've got the Prism Oracle deck, and then I've got the Rose Oracle, and I've got my Charm. And I will select somebody. Jesse Littleton, you can make a request. You just need to put your question in the comment section. So if you would like a general or a love reading, just make sure you don't put anybody's personal information. So no personal information but your own. We also don't do medical or legal, and you must be 18 or older to receive a reading. Are you and Justin Littleton related to each other? I would imagine Justin and Jesse. Or is that the same person? I don't know.
Okay, I'm ready for Sarah. Okay, Sarah, how I work is I take 10 cards, and the first 4 cards are for you. First card represents you. Energy crossing over you is the second. I look at the future and the past, and then I do a general reading for you tonight. I'm going to tell you, Sarah, I get a big stuck. Like I'm stuck. I can't do anything, or I don't have control over something. So I get the super stuck card that comes down for you. Make sure that you get unstuck. And that means that you are always going forward after the goals that you've set, because you don't need to be in this very tight, like, I can't do anything. We don't want that. We want to blow that away. So I do get this little energy over you. Sometimes this is a card of an uncommitting male, or it is slow down in what you're doing and take more time for your decision making, things like that. But there's something going on that's just kind of looming over you right now. You have the best future card ever, and it shows me that you're going to get your desires and reach your goals. You're going to make a change for the better in your home, your career, maybe some world travel. It's really, really great. And this shows me this is in your future. Past position, you may have gotten a really good idea, jumped on it, implemented it. I feel like it's going to go in a good direction, but I feel like this is recent that you got this idea. So they show me that you are super responsible. So you get this sticker on your forehead that says responsible. I feel like you work with that and you put a lot of hard work and effort into what you do. And that's how you get your success. And it's very, very good. So they're showing me a time of feeling alone or unsupported. Sometimes this is betrayal, like getting stabbed in the back. But I do feel like that if you feel that you needed more support in your life, talk to your guides, your spirit guides, and just say, bring me whatever or whoever I need to ground me, to make me feel secure and not have that feeling. Okay. Let's talk about money and then money and then money. All right. I get good news of money and I get some money coming, whether it's an inheritance or a bonus or something. There's money that's tied to you that you should get, and it's coming. I want to tell you that I don't know if you're making choices in love and romance or just some romances coming in. We do have that strong lovers card here. Your ultimate outcome card is fantastic with money and fantastic with relationship. So I get really, really good things, success over a lifetime for you. So more and more great things are coming in. And that's what I have for you. Very, very good.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Give me just a moment.
Sure.
I've chosen Jasmina.
And I am going to type in the comments the next person that gets a reading from me. Oh, please, you guys, please go to Psychic Fixes and Matty Tarot on YouTube and subscribe, like, whatever, follow, like the video so that we can keep growing.
Please, please, please. Thank you. Okay, Jasmine, I'm almost done. Okay. All right, Jasmina. So I'm going to say this. I believe that this is a time. It's not necessarily that this didn't happen so recently, but you are still healing from it, or there's still remnants of this pain that was caused. But there is some sort of grieving here for the loss of something. Maybe it was, I believe it was a relationship in your life that if you're not already, you're about to have a breakthrough moment where you come to terms with everything and realize everything happens for a reason. It's time for you to release regret. You're being asked to embrace the opportunities that you have for happiness, and you're being asked to search for the silver lining. I had a hard time doing this at one point in my life, but I do believe I am rather good at it now. But you have to rewrite your stories. And what I mean by that is, we all have unpleasant circumstances at times, and there are things that happen that hurt us, and we feel maybe like life isn't fair. And unfortunately, I hate that this is the reality of it, but life isn't fair. And that is something we have to come to accept. Not everybody gets dealt the same, hand of cards. And that's something, it's unfortunate, but it is a truth. So what we have to do is find the silver lining and rewrite our stories. You can tell yourself the negative story, or you can tell yourself a positive, uplifting story. And you can be talking about the same set of circumstances. So like a really easy example of this is you could tell the story of the partner that betrayed you and left you. They abandoned you and left you and broke you, right? You could keep and hold on to that, or you can empower yourself and tell the story of what it taught you. You know, this person taught me to respect myself more, and that I deserve better, and that I, you know, what I want out of a partner and what I don't want. And it showed me things about myself that allowed me to progress in life and on my path. So, and at first, you know, especially when we're still hurt over the thing that happened, at first that sounds like a crock of you know. It's like, why would I tell myself that? Why would I say that? That's not what happened, you know. And I get that's still some anger. That if that is how you react to hearing that, that is still because there's still some anger in there that needs to be processed and worked through. And like I said, you are at the stage of working through that. So, you know, it's very, very important that you rewrite your stories, because our memories of who we are and how we identify to those things and things that happen to us, that creates our personality. That creates how we interact in the world. That creates how we move forward. So do yourself the favor and start rewriting your stories and tell yourself a better story of your life. Okay. Um, you've got here, you may need help from friends and family to do this. So it does say nurture yourself and those that you love. Um, and right here, what I was just saying, the ability to make anything more beautiful. You may feel like you lost something, that this person from the past took something from you, but they didn't take anything from you that was generated from within you. You still have that. They may have taken the projection of that you gave to them, and they stomped on it, but it was just a projection of the real thing, which is born within you. So nobody can take that from you. The ability you have to bring compassion, to bring kindness, to bring empathy, to bring understanding, to bring connection, that person did not rob you of that. You have the ability to make anything more beautiful. This, you have practical advice as well. I feel like you're a practical person. That's what I'm getting here. But this comes full circle. It's a happy ending. You see the silver lining, essentially. Everything comes full circle, and there is a leap in spiritual growth that you have. And then there might be, so that's always when a test comes in. And I have a feeling that, so when we get over somebody and we start to pay attention elsewhere or direct our focus elsewhere, that person seems to come back usually. And it's when you don't want them anymore. So they suddenly have all the things to say that you wanted them to say back then, and it doesn't mean anything to you anymore. And so I do feel like you're going to be tested in this way. Either somebody similar is going to come into the picture, or the same person is trying to come back and apologize for something. You're being asked to choose logic over emotion in that moment. And so this will be a test. And what the universe does is it tests us to make sure we've learned our lessons. And so that's your moment to act differently. And when you act differently, sudden changes will come into your life for the better, because you have leveled up, essentially. For lack of a better term, it sounds like, oh, are we in some sort of game? No, it's just there's no words to really describe this ascension process, really. So we do our best here as humans to explain it, but essentially you're leveling up after you pass the test and showing that you have learned this lesson, and it's a lesson of respect in yourself. Okay. You have sweetness here. There's no need to be rude. There's no need to have resentment. It does not help. And so kill them with kindness is essentially the message here. You will be rewarded abundantly with this. It's a cleansing moment for you. And it all is marked by the death card, which is a transformation, a rebirth. This is going to strengthen your intuition. And what you don't see coming after you've done all this, it says, you have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So essentially, like I said, you're making the right choice. Continue down this path. The charms that were pulled for you, it really corroborates the story. The Chanel number 5. This is material. This is material, but it can also mean abundance. So again, the abundance card was here. You're going to be rewarded generously for this. And abundance doesn't always mean material. Abundance can be spiritual. It can be emotional. It can be in your happiness. You know, an abundant life is a fruitful and joyous one. The world, the globe here. So again, you got the world card here as well. It really just means things come full circle. The dove is peace. So you finally find peace within, and you do this from the cupcake, treating yourself. Treat yourself to some self-love, to know your own power and your own, how do you say, your own worth and value. And like I said, if this is not something you're already doing, this is coming very soon for you, and it will bring a lot of positive change to your life. That's all I have for you this evening.
Thank you. So Justin, you asked for a reading for what was happening in your brother's life, Jesse. Before we would do that, I would want Jesse to consent to that. Okay, that he wants us to do a reading for him. So you guys can post what you want in there. Otherwise, you can ask a different question if you want. Okay, I am going to do Una. Hello. Oh, you're so beautiful. Um, oh, look at where you're from. All right. I'm doing a general reading for you, but I had to take a couple extra cards, interesting cards you have. The card that represents you, Una, is one of um, like, I don't know if you have an idea that you really want to take off with, but this is what I get. Like you're manifesting in an idea, I'm going to do it and it's going to be great. And so I feel like a lot of success there for you. I do get you waiting to get a certain amount of money, waiting for the money, waiting for a certain amount. That means wait. That's that temporary energy over you. So if anything's coming or you're trying to manifest a certain amount, I think there's just a little wait. So remanifest that it comes sooner than later. In the future, I get good news for you. Past, I get that you got something you wanted, like a wish come true. Now, they're showing me when I'm looking at your cards, a little juggling cards. I don't have much in the way of money here other than we're waiting for it and we're juggling it. So do manifest for it to come in. And how can you manifest? I do get the High Priestess card for you. I don't know if you feel like maybe you're a shaman or you're something like that, but that came into my mind. You have the power and you have the insight. So do know that the High Priestess card comes when I can see that somebody has great intuition and energy and power. Okay, so I know you can manifest. It shows me transforming to a different way of living or a big change in your life. Feel like it's for the better. I feel like there's going to be a lot on you, like a lot to do, a lot happening, a lot to, burdens to hold on to. But you can do this. You're coming into a time, if not right now, of your soul contract. And this is the Hangman card. This is my card of past lives. It is fulfilling things that you decided that in agreement that you would go through in this lifetime. So we have a lot of stuff coming in. I do get protection. I get almost like I got nicked once. I'm not going to let it happen again. So I get this big thing of protection, being ready for anything. Maybe from the past you have this, but it's okay. I feel absolutely fine to have that protection around you. I took more cards just to get a little bit more about the Hangman card. And it does show me that you're super responsible. So you're one of those people that get the sticker right there, responsible. I feel like you're waiting on something, waiting for something in the world, or we're waiting on something. I think it's you. If not, somebody comes in to help you, but I get money-minded woman. I get getting advice from somebody and about finances. So I feel like that's going to be super helpful for you. But manifest the money in because I want to see more of those pentacle cards for you. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
All right. Well, since we don't have many readings or people requesting, and I don't know, was it Jesse or Justin? Let's see.
Justin was asking about Jesse.
Yeah, I don't know if Justin saw or Jesse saw that we need your consent, Jesse, for your brother to ask about you. So you can go ahead and put that in there if you'd like before we can do that. But I would like to just comment on this. Jesse Littleton says, I want to love myself more. I'm too hard on myself and people see this. It's not fun.
Oh.
So here's my advice you didn't ask for. No, I'm kidding. But it really has to do with that inner critic. So the inner critic in your mind, the way you talk to yourself, that's the first thing that's got to change, because essentially it starts with our beliefs, and our beliefs can be very ingrained and they can be subconscious. And our beliefs, we may not even consciously believe that those are our beliefs. So oftentimes when something's hidden from us, our brain does this thing, and it's really good at it, is hiding the truth from ourselves. It's called cognitive dissonance. And it does this because something that is so the subconscious mind is programmed by repetition and emotion. When there's something repeatedly that happens and it's got an emotional you have an emotional response to it, and that is something it's repeated, that is imprinted on your subconscious. And so many things, like the way your parents speak to you or spoke to you, or if somebody told you something a bunch, or the repeated instance of maybe a parent's I don't even know, their criticism, or maybe they punished you in a way that was physical, or I don't know, and anything really. These things leave impressions on our subconscious, and we take those with us throughout life, even if we're not consciously aware of them. And this affects how we interact in the world. It creates a blueprint for us. So, it's really a great way to get down to the bottom of what your limiting beliefs are, is to understand beliefs create our thoughts, and our thoughts dictate our emotions. Those emotions then dictate our actions, and the things we choose to do and what we choose to say. And then those actions get reactions. And the reactions we're getting back from others make us plant our feet more firmly in our belief. So if we have a belief that we can't trust people, like people are untrustworthy and I should be really, really reserved and not trust anybody, well, the types of thoughts you're having from that would be like, this person's a little suspicious, or I shouldn't share that information. I shouldn't, whatever. And because you're having those thoughts, you start to feel or have emotions that go along with that. So you're feeling uneasy, you're feeling closed off, you feel uncomfortable. And then you have actions that follow. So you hold tightly to your things. You don't speak up. You don't get to know that person. You don't say that thing that was on your mind. And then people have reactions to that. They think, well, that person's kind of acting a little weird, or they're really standoffish. I don't like that. Or, wow, they're rude. And then they act in a certain way because of that. And then you say, you see that person, the way they're acting, I can't trust them. So literally you're creating your own, the reactions you get back, it just affirms your belief. So changing your beliefs will change everything to follow. That's the root. So you got to start with the beliefs, and you got to figure out what your limiting beliefs are. And you got to look at the things you're feeling and the actions you're taking. And so if something's repeatedly happening in your life and you see a pattern, throw out all the things you're thinking about it, because sometimes our brain lies to us. So look at your actions. That's really what's important. So an example in my life would be, when I was it was a past relationship, but I continually was not treated like with any like value. Like this person was very rude, and they would invalidate me and all that. And anyway, I would tell myself consciously, I deserve better. I do love myself. I know I deserve better. Da, 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 da. But I would continually stay in this dynamic and continually try with this person. So my belief, truly, it didn't matter that I believed I loved myself, because truly my belief was that I'm unlovable beneath all that, or that I had to work for love, or that I needed to prove myself to somebody. And no matter how much my conscious mind said otherwise, it didn't matter, because my actions showed that I don't value myself, because I was staying in a dynamic like that. So you got to look at your actions. It's very important. Look at your actions, look what you're doing, and ignore what your conscious mind's telling you, because oftentimes it's lying to us. And then change your inner critic. Talk back to it. You have a conscious voice. The inner critic usually is automatic. It's saying things like you're not worth it, or you're nobody's gonna care, or da da da. Fight them. Fight that thing. Fight that person back. I call mine the bitch nobody invited, and I literally tell it to shut up. I'm like, nobody invited you. Shut up. Nobody asked your opinion. So when it starts talking and starts telling me all these things low about myself, I'm like, literally, where did you come from? Why are you talking? Nobody invited you. Nobody, like, your opinion's irrelevant. Shut up, you know? And so the more you do this, the less and less and less loud that voice becomes. And mine's like a little whisper in the back. And I'm so quick in my conscious mind to be able to tell it. I'm like, oh, there you are again. You're still here. You're still here. That's crazy. Like, you must not, like, nobody's letting the bitch that no one invited in the house anymore. I can barely hear her or him, whatever. But yeah. So over time, though, these things change, and your perception of yourself changes, and when your beliefs change, your reality changes. So combat any negative beliefs that you have. It's very important.
Thank you. I was waiting. Is that the end? Okay. Okay. Danielle. You know, when I see Danielle, I want to do a cheer. I don't know, like, yes. I don't know why. There we go. Hello. Um, I have lots of cards for you today. Danielle, the card that comes for you is one of kind of waiting on something. So I really feel like you're waiting for something to see what's going to happen, to get some kind of info or something, but we're waiting for something here. I also get you juggling money a little bit. So make sure that you are manifesting for that money. In the future, I get that there's someone that will be important. This can be you, or it could be someone else, but I want to just tell you, I get an intuitive woman, very much would be a good mom or good mom energy. I feel like she's nurturing and super creative. So I'm going to go really, really, really creative. Okay. So this could be you or someone else. So I get very important and getting very loving person here. Past position, I don't know if you maybe lost someone or had some kind of a loss in your life, because that's what it's showing me. So interesting. They give me the judgment card right away. This is when something happens in our life that's a little bit uncomfortable, but it does something really wonderful. It makes us sit down and really look at ourselves and what we want in life again. New goals come, new priorities. So it's really a good thing. Sometimes it comes into a lot of new decisions, but this is a really good thing to happen, even if it came in a uncomfortable manner. I get face your fears as your message. Now, I get two people in here. I get a very matchy, ambitious people, a female and a male. So I want to say they're together. I feel like they're motivated. They want to be somebody in life and all of that, and probably good in business. So in on your path, I've got these two people that are very important. I'm going to tell you, you have the magician card. So super creative. I can see where a money making idea is going to come in, make a product or some kind of big creative thing that can make you money. Okay. So if it comes in, and if you're not ready to do it, write it down, put it on the fridge, post-it note, because you don't want to forget that one. Something really good is coming in. I get this, I don't trust what's ahead, this trust card. So if you formulate your goals and you put everything in front of you and you manifest law of attraction and you're going for this, you're attracting stuff in and you are going forward towards getting that goal. You don't have to be in a situation where you don't trust what's ahead. Okay. I took three more cards. They're showing me three things. One is a legal type of card, one of making the right decision. The other one has to do with work and then protect yourself, or I get defending, protecting, being careful. So I don't know if there's an issue going on here, work and and protecting yourself and making sure something doesn't happen. This is like I got nicked once and I won't let it happen again. So I feel like protection and around where you work. I don't get anything bad. I just feel like there may be an issue there. All right. I feel like everything's going to be okay. Do go with this great creative thing that's coming. I think it's the best thing I see coming right now, where you're going to really make something, or, I get making money from it. All right. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie. All
Thank
right,
you.
let's see. Alrighty, so let's see. Where was it? Where'd it go? Oh, okay. So I see you guys. I see your comment where you said, "Can me and my brother have a card together?" And that's so interesting that you say that, because it's like I am psychic, really, because I was gonna say, since I already responded to you, Jesse, directly, and now that I'm and you guys are both asking for a reading, and I'm selecting Justin Littleton, I kind of with the intention of reading for both of you. So that's kind of cool that you asked for that. But anyway, there is a decision that is needing to be made. Maybe it's a family thing, or possibly it's for one of you individually, that maybe you're in some sort of, for some reason I'm getting here, it's like it's in a relationship, and I think there's maybe you're not fully, maybe you're not in a relationship, quote unquote. It's like a situationship. You see this person loosely, but it's like not good. It's not good for you. I don't know if that's either one of you, but it's something you need to release yourself from. Release yourself from that of which holds you back, and need to detox from this energy. There's unnecessary worry that floods your minds, or one of your guys' mind, based on a lack of self-confidence. Okay. And so you really need to highlight your accomplishments in life. Like there's times when we don't even realize like how much of an impact we make. And I just want to say this: you make an impact on this world and on the people in it just simply by existing and interacting in it. You are valuable because you are alive and you exist. You do not need to, this social construct, or this mental construct we've built, our society has built around productivity, is just, it's all nothing but that, a social and mental construct. You're not, we're human. You're not a robot. So there's days where you may not be productive. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you a lazy person. We have, mental health is important, and really it dictates the way our success in the world. Our mental health really does, and we don't pay enough mind to it. And so expression of emotion is vital. And I mean, I argue that this should be something taught in school, and I do not understand why it's not. I think like grade school, like kindergarten through fifth grade, should be nothing but, I mean, like basic math maybe, and reading and writing, obviously, the basics, but the rest should be focused on emotion, expression of emotion, how to properly work through conflict, how to communicate effectively, how to set boundaries. I think that would be pivotal in our society's growth, and just the quality of people, as a whole. Because we have all these adults that don't know how to regulate their emotions, and it's really, really it causes a lot of stress and unnecessary drama, and a lot of pain. I'm sure you've heard the saying, hurt people. But back to you guys. You guys are full of passion. You have a bunch of opportunity ahead of you. I see that. There's chances to do something amazing, and there's a better way. So oftentimes it's you need to pause for reflection. That's the message I'm getting. Pause for reflection. because there is a better path. The universe is infinite. And that means, you could be standing right here and you could see door A, door B, and door C. And all these doors go to this desire or this thing you want, right? But you see path A, path B, path C, and you think that's all there is. Well, that's your very limited and naive human perspective, because the universe is infinite. So there are infinite paths. There's door ABC all the way to Z, and then A, B, A, C, A, D, and then so on and so forth. Like, there's infinite paths. So don't get discouraged if you've taken path A and it didn't work, taken path B and it didn't work, taken path C and it didn't work. Don't go, well, that thing I want is unattainable now. Because then you're not going to see the opportunity. Then you're not going to see path D and you're not going to see path E. So you limit your potential by trusting your very limited sense of perception here as a human in the 3D. Like, the universe is infinite, anything is possible. Okay, so believe, let go, let God, essentially. Dare to be different, and you will find that I see you releasing yourself from a burdensome situation, and so that's going to make pivotal changes in your life. But remember, it's important to have balance. Okay, so don't. I talk about duality or polarity at times, and it's present all over in every aspect of life. There is duality or polarity, and I'll explain in just a second. You got growth here, so it's a time of growth for you guys. Let's see, love. So growth in love. This is why I say I think one of you is in a relationship or a situationship that's just not working out. It's time for you to let go. It's time for you to cut the cord. It's time for you to move on and let go of this person's holding you down, holding you back, or interacting with this person's holding you back, because you start to believe the terrible way they make you feel. You start to identify with it and believe that that's actually who who you are, and it's just not true. It's very, very incorrect perspective. Yeah, there's a lot of sadness tied to this. Sadness came out here, and one more, faith. What did I just say? Look at this. Growth in love. You got to work through the sadness. You got to trust in the how do you say, let go and let God. You got to have faith. You got to not trust your perspective because it's very limited. You got to trust in the opportunity and the process. Okay, you need to have space between you and this situation. Imagine a marble inside of a shot glass. The marble's the problem. There's not much, the marble seems pretty big in the shot glass. Put it into a regular cup, more space, it's smaller now, right? And you put it into a bucket, it's so tiny and it rolls all around and there's so much space. So the more space, the smaller the problem, essentially. Okay, so take a step back, pause for a reflection. Okay, the part I was saying about duality and polarity, it's present everywhere, and it's important to, when you find yourself too far to one edge or to one side, that's when you got to bring it back to the middle. And too far in any direction is not good. So and this is, so let me explain. Hot and cold. One end is hot, one end is cold, and they're both, it's all the same thing though. It's temperature. So north and south, one pole, the other pole, but it's all the same thing. It's direction. Love and hate, it's all the same thing. It's a level of passion. So these things, they seem like they're opposites, right? Because they exist on opposite ends of the pole, and there's a duality factor in it, so find the middle and walk the middle. Do not go too far to love, because when you love people unconditionally, they will hurt you and take advantage of you. You can't unconditionally love someone who abuses you emotionally or physically. You know what I mean? So too far that way, you got to bring it back to the middle. You got to have respect for yourself. You got to set boundaries. You got to walk away. You got to put your foot down. And then too far the other way, hate, that's just resentment. You're just hurting yourself. Too much anger, it turns into rage, and it turns into content, and it turns into bitterness, and it turns into being jaded. And so that's no way to live either. So bring it to the middle. So these polarity and duality exist everywhere, and you don't want to find yourself too far to one side, because that's when you start to feel unbalanced. Okay, so balance is very important. The charms to go along with this: the Mummy. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. There's a situation that needs to be done with and over. Wrap it up. It's done. It's time to go. Oh, and then you've got the Chariot here. So this could be two things. The Chariot means you are courting somebody. So maybe the situation you need to wrap up is you pining after someone's attention or love that just simply doesn't give you the time of day. Maybe that's what it is. It could also mean a victory. So this could mean that you do let go, and it's a long bumpy road on the path to healing, but you do come out victorious. You come out on top. Okay. The musical note here is synchronicities. Listen to the synchronicities. There's constantly synchronicities in life. The universe has this fun way of communicating with us through synchronicities. And so open your eyes and pay attention and understand that nothing's a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. Even when I roll a die or roll the dice, that's not a coincidence what they landed on. It's not random, because the die was thrown at a certain trajectory, at a certain speed. It had a certain velocity. It hit the table at a certain angle, which caused it to do all these turns and everything. Everything is very calculated along the way. So the number the dice lands on, it's not random. It's very specific. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Understand that, okay? So start opening your eyes and reading your surroundings and looking for the synchronicities. And then you got the butterfly here. Transformation into something beautiful. So, a caterpillar has a cocoon and turns into the butterfly. It's time for you to bloom, essentially, to blossom. Stop being a victim of your past. You may have not dug the hole that you're in, but at some point you choose to either continue laying in it, or you choose to stand up and crawl out of it. So choose to stand up and crawl out of it. Okay, that's all I have for you this evening.
Thank you. That was great. I had a spirit come in, and they come in with, how they come in with sometimes fragrance? Gingerbread, of all things. It's like Christmas in here. I'm like, what? Oh my goodness.
Wait, what do you mean?
When they come in, you can smell flowers, a rose, or whatever. The spirit that just came in, it brought in gingerbread smell.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
Okay, I decided right here. Hello, Jamila, I hope. Hi, and I have some cards for you. You have some interesting cards and some good things coming up, but let me tell you what I have. The card that represents you is one of entrepreneurialism. So if you want to be your own boss, you should do it. I get very strongly that having your own business is the way to go. Very successful, very good. Okay, so I do get that. I also get money minded, which is really good. I don't know if you're doing detail oriented work and things like that, but I do get liking the money. I feel like there's going to be a time in the future that you have to make sure that you are using your strength, facing your fears, and all of that. But I do get this for you very strongly. I feel like you've already had creative ideas and money making ideas. You always will. Okay. You have that card in the 4th position for me, that you've always been creative and you will always have those ideas. So go for that and stick with it. I get right now a little bit about being super stuck, but let me tell you, I do get a good investment coming in for you. So make sure that you're always going after your goals and you don't feel like you can't do something or you're not going anywhere. Because I want you to go after this. You have an investment that is going to do well, take care of all your needs and wants. It's slow growing, but you'll know it in your gut. If maybe you have it now, or maybe it's just going to be coming in, but in your gut, you go, this is good. I'm going to go with this. And I feel like you're going to get an improvement in your house. So either we're fixing the house or we're getting a new house, but I think this investment might help towards getting a new house. I get a time of challenge and a little bit of heartache that will come for you. I don't get anything bad. I know that you can get through that. And what you get from that is the best happily ever after card. Good relationship, good family relationship, good relationship, whatever. I get happily ever after. But you go through challenges, pulls at the heartstrings a little bit. It's going to be fantastic. It'll be great. Okay. So hang in there. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
I want to address what Sarah. So Sarah, go ahead and put my QR code up, Debbie.
Okay, let me do that.
I believe, though, Debbie, she's asking for a private reading from you. So if you want to tell her how to go about that.
I'll look at her comment in just a sec. Let me get your, since we always put your QR code up there. There
So
you go.
if you would like a private reading with me, Matty Tarot, you can scan this QR code. You can take a screenshot of it. You can, print it out on a banner and fly it from your car while you're going down the freeway and give it all to your family and tell everybody to come get a reading. But this is how you get to my private booking website. Okay, so I do more than just tarot readings. I do quite a few things, so you can go on there and look. But I would greatly appreciate anybody who would like to get a private reading. I look forward to it and more than happy to help. Okay.
Thank you. I'm just scanning. Oh, Sarah, I do those type of readings in intimate settings in person. That's the thing. So I don't do them here, and I'm usually with the person, which I have cut back on all my readings in person and stuff because of COVID, and also because now I'm doing writing. But I know that Maddie can probably help you out on that.
Yes,
So,
yes, I can.
Go. Let's.
Okay. Let's see. I had somebody. Crystal. Hello.
Oh, I love her
Edmonton.
last name.
Yes. Okay, let's see if I can say it. Komarnicki.
Okay, that sounds good. I like it.
I'm done. Okay, so Crystal Komarnicki. Hello from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Can I have a card? You can have more than a card. Let's see. What comes out for Crystal? Show me, please. The Empress. Let's see. The Eight of Michael. The Seven of Gabriel. And the Ten of Raphael. What you don't see coming, the Page of Michael. Okay, so, Crystal, it's time for you to act on your plans. And what I mean by this is that you have been holding yourself back in some regard. You maybe you're not speaking up in a certain situation. Maybe you have an idea that you've been sitting on, a creative idea that you've been sitting on, and you just haven't really gotten the wheels turning yet. Or maybe it's that maybe it's a personal internal thing. Maybe you don't really believe in yourself. Either way, it's time for you to take action and to act upon these things. Maybe it's your intuition that's been telling you something for a long time, and you just haven't been listening. And so that's still a plan. If it continues to happen, then that's, you got to take some sort of action on that. So, your intuition's trying to tell you something, essentially. You can be free. You can make a courageous choice to change your situation. Right now, you're not seeing things clearly. You're seeing things through the lens of self-doubt. And that is something that is holding you back and keeping, you're making yourself small by believing in the I was talking about earlier, in the self-limiting beliefs that we all have them. Okay. So they're lies. It's a lie. And if you really think about it, it's not even your own beliefs. Like when we start to have these self-limiting beliefs about ourselves, like really it's because at some point in life, somebody or something made us feel like a situation or something somebody said made us feel low and made us feel those things. So maybe we were told that, we would never be successful or something, but like, and so we started to believe that, but somebody else said that. We didn't say that. Somebody else said that, and we started to believe it because our inner critic is loud and it starts to say, well, you'll never be successful, you never be successful, you never be successful, so we started to believe this thing that we didn't even come up with. It's not even our original thought. So that really helped me to get over my self-limiting beliefs, is understanding that I don't even believe these things. I've convinced myself, but they didn't come from me. These things didn't come out of my mind, so understand that you can overcome these things. You need to stand up for what you believe in and have the confidence to do so. You need to claim your personal power and regain control of your own agency. Okay, there's some sort of anger here. Maybe you're mad at yourself for not having done this earlier. Maybe you're mad at yourself for your sense of unhappiness and you blame yourself. Maybe there's something here about, because I have happiness here. So it's like you're angry. It's like you're angry that you can't seem to attain that. And there's no need to be angry at yourself. When you know better, you do better. And a lot of times we'll take information we learned along the way and we'll use that information to beat ourselves up about decisions we made in the past before we had that information. And that's so unfair. That's like really unfair to do. So, something about like, oh, why didn't I do this, that, and the other? And you'll take all the signs and all the things that you learned along the way and you'll take them and you'll pile them up and you'll say, I'm so stupid for not doing that because this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, you didn't have any of that information at that time before when you were doing it. So, and even if you did, I say this, sometimes we say, well, I did know, and I just wasn't listening to myself. Well, then can you really say you knew then? Because there's something that kept you in that situation. Something else needed to be revealed to you. And so don't beat yourself up, because there's no time. Doesn't exist. First of all, it's just it's a human thing, construct, time, that we use to keep things in order and follow, and to be able to communicate with each other and be on track. But really, it doesn't exist. It's like the amount of time you spent in a situation, it's like, don't beat yourself up over that, because we're all on our own timeline, and there's something you still needed to figure out there. And once you figure it out, then you're done and you move on and you move forward and you level up and you grow. But you don't see it when you're in it. You can't see it when you're in it. When you're out of it, you see it. And so all I'm saying is, don't beat yourself up because you now see that you were in it and you didn't see it before, because that's really unfair. And that's just another way that the ego and the inner critic, it's a trick it uses to keep you small. So we're on this path of ascension and we're growing, right? But the ego is rooted here in this 3D world, in this reality, and it does not like that. It wants to, it has the ego has practical function and use. It is necessary. It's a necessary part of us, but we are supposed to dissolve the unhealthy parts of our ego. And so the ego digs its claws in and it holds on really, really firmly. And it doesn't, when you're growing. And that's why it's hard at times to level up, to grow, to make that decision, is the right decision, would better you. The ego is clinging on and it's trying to convince you the whole time, don't do that. Don't. So you got to fight that. Okay. That's very vital. There's something that comes in for you that is just, you got to make these decisions, Crystal. And once you do, you get a really good outcome that you weren't expecting. And so take rest. This says to rest. Take rest for yourself and embrace the mystery. So you got to learn how to be calm and okay and collected in the face of the unknown. Mystery. You have to learn to be okay with what is to come when you don't know what it is. Because, I mean, essentially, you look at it this way: you've made it through 100% of the bad days that you've had thus far. You have a literal perfect track record of being able to handle the bad and unpleasant things that have happened to you. So amazing. That's amazing. I know that's kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, you don't want to, you might be sick and tired of having to be strong. But what I'm saying is, you are capable. Okay. And maybe you just needed to hear that. There's an exciting new challenge ahead for you, and you have what it takes to succeed. You just need to do an internal review and understand that you've been handing away your power this whole time, and you don't have to do that anymore. Regain control of your agency. That's all I have for you this evening.
Oh, that was so nice. So I just put a thing up that tip links are in the description. Also, scrolling below, you can see that. I always go the wrong way. It's going to go this way. Stay good. We are here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And what do we have coming up on Friday, Matty?
Fluid Friday. So on
Right.
Friday, we do Fluid Friday. It means we play What's in Your Cup. And, you know, so we encourage you to bring a drink. And if, you know, you don't have to drink alcohol, it can be water. So stay hydrated. Very important. We're made of it. And we also do Friday Feuds, where we have a little fun poll, and we do, you know, a little battle Friday Feuds poll. So that's fun.
And if you missed getting a reading from us today, just let us know on Friday. Or if you're brand new, tell us again on Friday. We'll be happy at 6:30 Pacific time PM to do a reading for you.
Yes, yes. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we look forward to seeing you. We'll be back on Friday.
Okay, we're going to sign off, you guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to go to YouTube and also Facebook, Psychic Fixes and Matty Tarot, and do all the liking, and subscribing and following, okay? We'd really appreciate it. They're free readings. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good
Bye.
night.
See ya.